Well, welcome back, everybody. We're gonna go for a little day trip today. It's cloudy, so we'll probably get rained on, but that's okay. And we're on the Africa Twin. It's been a minute since I got her out of the garage for a day trip. Not gonna go super far, but there are some landmarks, some San Diego, Southern California landmarks that I'd like to check out, so we're gonna do that. I'll bring you guys along for the ride, but before we get too into it, we have two very critical tasks we must accomplish first. First of which is fuel for the bike, and then fuel for myself. It's like 11:30 and I haven't eaten anything yet. I've just had some coffee, so I'm feeling a bit jittery, feeling a bit hungry. So we're gonna get some gas for the bike, then we're gonna get some gas for me, and then we'll head down to, we're gonna ride down the coast today, try and stay along the coastline as far as we can, and yeah, I'll bring you guys along for the journey. Like I said, there's a couple of landmarks I want to check out. If anything else pops up that I find to be interesting or I'm curious about, then we'll check that out too. Everybody's jockeying for a pump. Well, that's okay. We'll take this one right here. And the price of fuel is astounding here in Southern California right now, and thanks to circumstances that are beyond my control, it looks like it's going to stay that way for quite some time. But it will not deter us. Do we have rewards? Let's find out. Hey, how about that? 10 cents off per gallon. We do have a fuel rewards here at this Shell station. Nope. Well, we don't need a car wash since we're on the motorcycle. California has these little nozzles, these extra little like evap guards you have to pull back when you're filling up on a motorcycle. When you fill up into a regular car, it just pushes in automatically, but these don't do that. Reset that. All right, let's go. See if we can do it without becoming a statistic, huh? I can smell someone smoking a cigarette at the gas pump. That's worthy of a Darwin Award right there, or at least an honorable mention. We got a full tank. We got the whole day. So let's go have some fun. This is going to be kind of a long edit, so if you are not into long edits, or you don't have the attention span for them, that's okay. Now's a good time to click off the video, or hey, you can do it in parts. So nothing wrong with doing it in parts, right? I don't do this timestamp thing. I'm not smart enough to figure out how to do the timestamp thing, so yeah. If you need to break this up, go ahead and break it up. Like I said, it's going to be a... Oh, did we really just do that? I've been riding the 890 a bunch, and she's got a different feel to her. So as a result, still trying to work out the feel of the clutch on the old girl. It's cable throttle, and the clutch has got a much different feel also. So it's gonna take me a minute to remember how she likes to be treated. One thing I need to attend to on the big unit is the brakes. Front pads are a little worn and a little glazed, and I think they've taken on a little bit of fork oil. I had a fork seal that was starting to leak a little bit, and it was dripping down onto the calipers. And despite my best efforts to clean the pads, I think, I think I think they've gotten a little oil soaked, so they're just not quite effective. I bled the brakes a bunch, and I know that's not the problem, so that's all right. They're good enough for what we're gonna do today, so they're just a little soft. And the 890's brakes are so like spot on. They're so aggressive. So, you know, I'm used to the 890's brake feel also. They're like right now. You just kind of breathe on them and they start slowing you down. So we're heading through Carlsbad now. We're gonna go down to Highway 101 and head south and grab some lunch along the way. I'll pick you guys up in a minute. Full tank, full belly. Let's do this. If we can get traffic to clear. Couple of T7s up ahead. Wonder what they're up to today. There's a sheriff right in front of me. Wonder what he's up to today. Probably out looking for hooligans, doing hooligan things. It is spring break down here in Southern California. A lot of schools are out, so a lot of people are lot of people have the week off. And you have people from out of state. It's that time of year, first week of April. And yeah. So, got the sheriff out here patrolling, prowling, doing his thing. And we're just gonna do our thing. I'm not gonna bore you guys too much with this section of the ride, because this is all just surf town shops. But we are riding through Encinitas. Had a nice little breakfast. It was lunchtime, but I had breakfast. They're at the 101 Diner here in Encinitas. It was a nice little reset. Please don't do that. Yeah. The ocean is busy today. Giving us a bit of a show. There's storms out there in the Pacific. You can tell, you can see it, you can smell it. And that makes for a bit of action. Storms out there push the waves into the coast. I'm not a oceanographer, so I don't actually know how it affects it, but yeah. It no doubt contributes to the temperament of the ocean. Holy shit, that view never gets old. Never gets old. Never gets old. We're coming up on La Jolla. I don't know if you guys can see, but off in the distance there is our first stop of the day, La Jolla Cove. I've been there a bunch, but never filmed it. So we're gonna go there first because it's on the way. And we're entering the Torrey Pines Reserve Conservation Area. Golf course is just up on the other side of this hill, up on this, I guess, cliff. Plateau? I don't know. Are they called plateaus if you're this close to the ocean? Or is that just a desert thing? I don't know. But that's where the golf course is. Torrey Pines Golf Course. North course, south course. If you're a golfer, you know the course. Or you've heard of it. And I have played both north and south, and they are absolutely phenomenal golf courses. So yeah, they're expensive if you're not a resident of San Diego City, but worth playing at least once. They're a good test too. There's a reason it's hosted the US Open a couple times. So get up on top of this hill, and then we'll be dropping down the other side here in a minute. Alright, we're back after a slight delay. Trying to show you guys the La Jolla Cove did not deliver. Did not pan out the way I hoped. There was a bazillion times a million times infinity amount of people there, and yeah, pretty much made it impossible to really show you guys anything. But yeah, I mean, it took me 20 minutes to go half a mile. But you guys don't want to see that. There's no reason to show you guys that. But now we're heading up to our actual planned first landmark of the day. And wait a minute. What the hell does it want me to do? This doesn't make any sense. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, no, we're good. I'm like looking at that, I'm like, is it gonna make me turn around? But I forgot that's for the second half of this ride. So we're okay. Mount Soledad Monument is where we're heading. And I really don't even know if this is actually a thing. I just picked it out of from Google Earth, Google Maps. Just like I just dropped a point of interest. See, we'll get what we get. We may end up just having to turn around, and that's okay. But we'll get what we get. Figured if nothing else, it's a good change of scenery from where where I usually go for my rides and where I usually take you guys. So I know nothing about this monument. I'll try and do a little bit of research. Obviously, it's a fairly significant historical and oh, okay. Oh, it's in Mount Soledad National Veterans Memorial. Very cool. That's right. That's why I picked it. Because it's a memorial. Okay, so whoa, holy shit, wow. Okay, we're gonna stop. You're good. Yeah. We're gonna stop and check this place out. We'll pause route, turn that GoPro off, turn that off so we don't kill the battery. I'm just going to walk you guys over here, see what we got. I did spot some bathrooms over there. That would be convenient. This is cool. ships out there. I really do need to pee. Wonder if I could get away with parking somewhere to go pee. Unless I want to park and walk. What a cool place. What a cool place. So yeah, definitely in a military installation. Old barracks. I mean, people clearly still use them. Just kind of riding through this area. I like still have like a mile and a half to go, just cruising through this. Naval Base Point Loma commercial vehicle inspection. Yeah. Okay. So here we are, Naval Base, Point Loma Naval Base. Sick. Cemetery there. Very cool. Fort Rosecrans National Cemetery. We're not going to ride through there because the bike is loud and I don't want to disturb anybody. So we're going to be respectful and just stay out of there and kind of just coast down this area. Someone was just recently laid to rest. There's a few of them. On the parking lot here, just around this corner, looks like. This place is incredible. Wow. Cabrillo National Monument, United States Department of the Interior. National Park Service. $15 for motorcycles. I say that is $15 well spent. This was the main purpose of coming here today. Or I should say, main purpose of getting out for a ride today. Yeah. I'm not even going to speak. I don't need to. Let's go. Well, that was Cabrillo National Monument. I got what I could. There was quite a few people up here, and I wanted to be respectful to them. So I didn't do a whole lot of filming at, you know, pointing at areas, like in certain areas, because I just wanted to be respectful of people. But I got a few things, and yeah, got some pictures that I'll share with you guys. Very cool place. I definitely want to come back. I want to bring my dad here. My dad really likes places like this. He really enjoys the history of some of these areas, and yeah. And I want to come back when I have a little bit more time. Give you guys a view of the exit from this area. We got a couple of miles to go before we are out of the naval base, the Point Loma Naval Base. So I figured I'd share what I can. There's North Island Air Station, Naval Air Station there. So for all of you that have watched Top Gun Maverick, I don't know if it was actually filmed there, but that's where it was, you know, based on. Again, I'm just trying to be respectful and not be too loud going through this area. I'm sure there's some people here paying their respects to their loved ones that they've lost. So I'm kind of keeping a lower gear and trying to keep the RPMs down. Radar towers everywhere. It's a pretty special place. And I definitely will come back. And it's beautiful here. I don't really have a whole lot to say. Nothing that really needs to be said other than that. Well, I certainly appreciate you guys coming along for this ride. This is it's definitely been a special ride for me today, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. I appreciate all the support and kind words, and if you like this stuff, you want to see more of it, then I hope you'll give a second thought to subscribing to the channel. Keeps me motivated and lets me know that what I'm doing it matters to people. And if you don't, that's okay. I'll still keep making videos. I certainly appreciate the interaction, one way or the other. So, until next time, keep it upright. And yeah, that's all you get.